The first time Darren Hale saw the alien fleet, it shimmered across the sky like a silver river cutting through space. The world watched in silence, expecting war or devastation. Instead, a voice echoed from the heavens, soft, calm, and powerful. I am Queen Valari of the Zereth Empire. I come seeking one human whose destiny is bound to ours. Let him step forward. Let him claim his place beside me. News channels exploded in chaos. Theories and conspiracies spread like wildfire. Religious leaders called it divine intervention. Scientists said it was first contact of a new kind. But in the mountains of northern Alaska, where the snow buried roads and silence ruled the trees, Darren Hale lived alone, unaware that his name had just been spoken in the stars. He was a former soldier, a survivalist, a man who had turned his back on civilization. But Zereth technology did not care for hiding. Within hours, a sleek vessel landed near his cabin without a sound. The snow parted as if obeying unseen forces. A single alien emerged, tall, silver-skinned, with eyes like twin galaxies. Darren Hale. The alien said, "You are summoned by our queen." Darren did not answer right away. He looked up at the strange ship, then down at the rifle in his hands. He thought about saying no, but something in his blood stirred, something ancient, something powerful. "I'll come," he said. The ship took him beyond Earth faster than he believed possible. He saw stars stretch like rivers and planets spin like toys. The aliens treated him with respect, but also with awe. They whispered about prophecy, about a union foretold. When he finally met Queen Valari, she stood beneath a canopy of floating lights, her crown alive with energy. Her presence was unlike anything he had known. She was tall, radiant, her voice smooth like flowing water. Her eyes met his not with judgment but recognition. "You are the one," she said. "Our histories are tied, Darren Hale. Long ago, humans and Zereth were one people, divided by time, war, and distance. But our blood remembers." Darren shook his head. "Why me? I'm nobody." She stepped forward, her robe trailing behind her like starlight. "You carry a lineage that has not been awakened for 1,000 years. Your DNA holds a key to our survival. Our empire teeters on the edge. Civil war looms. Only a new royal bloodline born of both worlds can unite the factions." "You want me to marry you?" he asked. "Yes," she said, "and father the heirs who will lead us forward." Darren laughed, once not out of humor, but disbelief. He had lived through wars, seen men die for less than this. He had lost comrades, families, and almost himself. He was no king, no chosen savior. "I'm not what you think," he said. "I've killed, I've run, I've failed." "That is why you are worthy," Valari replied. The ceremony happened within the crystal spire, a floating temple that orbited the Zereth capital moon. There were no rings, no priests, just light, energy, and truth. When Darren took her hand, the chamber glowed with a blinding radiance. His body changed in that moment, enhanced, awakened. He felt his senses expand, felt his heartbeat sink with something greater than himself. He became King Consort Darren Hale of Zereth. The nobles did not cheer. Many doubted the queen. Some threatened rebellion. But Valari ruled with fierce wisdom, and Darren stood at her side like a mountain unmoved by the winds. He did not seek power. He learned the language of the stars, the codes of diplomacy, and the history of a people torn by pride. Slowly he won them over, not with speeches, but with action. He fought in defense of border worlds, negotiated peace with rival clans, and even walked into burning cities to save civilians during a revolt. And then their first child was born. She was named Sarai, her skin glowing faintly gold, her eyes a perfect blend of human fire and Zereth light. The Empire watched in awe. Sarai's cry echoed across the palace like a song. She was not just a child. She was a symbol of a future. More children followed, each one unique, strong, graceful, and brilliant. Darren taught them how to survive, how to protect, how to lead. Valari taught them how to listen, how to rule, how to inspire. For years, peace blossomed across the galaxy. Trade flourished, enemies became allies. Darren and Valari became symbols of balance, of hope. But nothing lasts forever. From the void came a storm. The Varnock were an old enemy exiled to the outer edges of the known universe. They returned with fury, burning planets and devouring fleets. They believed the union of human and Zereth blood was blasphemy. Their goal was extinction. The war began like a whisper and grew into a roar. Darren donned armor forged from neutron steel. Valari led her fleet from the front. Their children fought beside them, already leaders despite their youth. The Zereth people united under one banner for the first time in centuries. The battles were brutal. Stars became graveyards. Moons shattered under the force of ancient weapons. But Darren would not fall. Not while his family stood. Not while hope still breathed. In the final battle above the shattered planet of Tyrus, Darren faced a Varnock warlord in single combat. The creature was monstrous, covered in black, plating with eyes of fire. It mocked Darren, called him a pretender, a mongrel, a weak thing born of chaos. Darren answered with silence, and then with fire. The duel shook the heavens. Blades clashed, energy screamed. In the end, Darren stood bloody, broken, victorious. He did not die. He rose. The war ended. Peace returned. Years passed. Darren no longer questioned his place. He had not just married a queen. He had helped shape a future. His children ruled systems with compassion and strength. His name was etched in crystal towers and sung in alien hymns. But he never sought glory. At night, he sat on the palace balcony, watching the twin suns set hand in hand with Valari. She would rest her head on his shoulder and whisper stories of the past. And he would smile, thinking of the snow-covered cabin where it had all begun. "I never thought I'd leave Earth," he once said. "You never left it," she replied. "You brought it here. You brought us together." And in the stars above, their story burned forever, not as a tale of conquest, but of unity, love, and legacy born across the galaxies.